This is the all-new Toyota Sienna minivan. Now, we've done a couple of videos on this vehicle already, so make sure to go to Everyday Reviews on the channel and check those videos out where I go into a lot further detail on this minivan. However, this week I've got it back now. We're doing some moving with it, so it's been really handy about that. And sometimes when you test out a vehicle for a couple days, you kind of miss some things, and when you get it back and you drive it, you're like, hey, I didn't notice this before. So that's what this is. It's Sienna Take 2. One of the biggest differences of this second look of the Sienna compared to the last time is I've been driving this a lot more often, this time with just myself, without the kids and the family in it. And it does make a difference when you drive like this, because when I'm driving with a family, I'm a little bit more calm in my driving, mainly because my daughter gets motion sick very easily. So it's surprising how well this thing turns, especially the turning radius. So you can see here the turning radius is very tight, and it makes this vehicle very easy to maneuver around town, or especially in tight spots when we have been moving, backing up into spots. Now, speaking of backing up, the backup camera and the 360 camera are okay, they work well. However, the resolution really needs to be improved, I find. I am noticing it more and more when I'm driving this vehicle. I'm looking at the screen, I'm like, yeah, it's just really not that clear. So minivans are great for hauling people, we all know that, but they're also good for hauling cargo. And that's why I've always told people, they're going, you know, what's a really good vehicle for my family? I'm like, you know what? If you like minivans, get a minivan. They're the most practical vehicle on earth. You can carry 7 to 8 passengers. You can carry a lot of cargo. And the best thing about carrying the cargo is it's covered. When we live on the West Coast here, so it's raining all the time. So you can make your trips to IKEA or Costco or whatever without the cargo getting wet at all. One of the biggest advantage of the Sienna is that it comes in a hybrid. Only a hybrid, you can't get any other power plant. So it's a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with that hybrid drive, and it puts out 245 horsepower. And we said it before, it is more than adequate, except when you're under load. So we're going up a hill right now, and it does get the job done. However, the more I drive it, the more I kind of notice it's a little bit buzzy under load. Is it a deal breaker? Absolutely not, but it's just something that I do notice. The Sienna is available with all-wheel drive for just $2,000 more, and that, along with the hybrid system, it really makes this minivan stand out in this category. This week has been a really good test on the hybrid system because we've been driving it real short distances. We didn't move really far at all, so a lot of short trips, many of them, and we are averaging 7.4 liters per 100 kilometers in a 6-day period. And I would say that is pretty darn good, especially carrying a lot of cargo in the back. One huge advantage of minivans are they have sliding doors, and power sliding doors are even better, but better yet, when you have hands-free power sliding doors like the Sienna has. I'm a huge fan of this, and it's hard to go back to anything else once you have this. Especially our new place here has a very narrow driveway, so there's not a lot of room to get in and out. So the sliding door is a must, plus it's actually powering uphill as well. So not only is that handy for that, but it's also handy when you have a handful of groceries, you just want to put them in there. The new Sienna has been very handy for moving, even with the second row seats occupied with the kids, but sometimes you need extra room, so you can actually go and they fold up and push forward. Remember, these second row seats do not come out. They are not removable, nor do they stow in the floor like the stow and go from Chrysler. However, how much room is there really? Well, let's check it out. So width-wise, straight across, we are at the shortest or narrowest point, we are at 4 feet or about 220 millimeters. So that is 4 feet by, and let's go to the back of the seat. All right, so we are at 6'3" or 800 or 900 millimeters long. If we want to go all the way forward, so yeah, if you want to sleep in here going camping, you could if you are not more than 6'2", let's say. So to the cup holder to the back, we are basically at 8 feet. So will this fit a 4x8 piece of plywood? No, it will not. If you had a 4x6 piece of plywood, it will. But you know what? I don't know who's carrying plywood in their family minivan. If you are using this more for a trades vehicle, I would actually consider something else. This is definitely not that type of a minivan, but yeah, you do lose out about 2 feet with those seats not coming out, but I'm good with it. And this time with the Sienna, I was able to use a lot more of the storage options in this vehicle, especially the one under the middle console. This big flat area here, it is very, very handy, from handbags to actually even take out food, just throwing it down there. It just gets it out of the way. So are there any negatives? Well, I have a few. They are very, very small, and these are kind of subjective anyways. So one, we mentioned it before, the half heated steering wheel, only heated only in the sides. Okay, I'm gonna keep on saying that until Toyota gives me a full heated steering wheel. Second, there are no bag hooks or grocery hooks. I'd like to see some hooks, especially behind the driver and the passenger seat. So if you're driving by yourself and you have some groceries, you don't want to open up the rear hatch. A lot of times I just put them into the side door, and some vehicles have hooks connected to the seat backs, and this doesn't have any. It'd be nice to have that. We mentioned that it can be a little bit buzzy under load. This 4-cylinder, we're going up a hill right now, as you can hear it here. And the other negative, it's not really negative, it's more of a wish list. This does not come in a PHEV, a plug-in hybrid yet, kind of like the RAV4 Prime. It's probably going to come sooner or later, but there is no PHEV when there is a competitor that does have it, which is the Chrysler Pacifica, which, by the way, make sure to tune in because we will have a full test on that vehicle in about 4 weeks. So I hope you enjoyed the second look or take 2 of the Toyota Sienna. Make sure to check out the other 2 reviews of the Sienna that we've done. Like and subscribe for more everyday reviews, and we will see you on the next review. Cheers.